VTV6 live coverage of high school boys soccer kicks off right now. This broadcast is brought to you by L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Pilot Logistics, Moon Lake Electric, and the Advisor Group. VTV6, your life in HD.
Good evening and welcome everybody to Vernal City here at the Uintah High School, home of the Utes. And in a first round matchup, the Utes host the Snow Canyon Warriors. And I'm Mark Mason, with me is Jared McCackney. And Jared, this feels like it should be a third round game, and it's the opener of the playoffs. We have two teams, just to illustrate a point, the top three scorers in the state are on the field tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be a battle, almost like a championship or a semifinal game for sure.
Right. So we want to look at this. We've had a chance to visit with both coaches. Jared, what were the keys of the game for the Snow Canyon Warriors?
Coach Danny Parkhurst for Snow Canyon said three things: control the game, possess the ball, and of course score first, which everyone knows you score first. That is such a mental issue to get that first score. So those three things is all he said.
Yeah, how many soccer games you've been to where the first team to score, even if they bounce back and forth, the first team has that confidence, they're playing with speed, it feels like they're playing downhill. And you talk about the keys of the game. I think you could push ditto and you would have the keys of the game for the Utes. But the Utes, they want to take away the passing lanes of Snow Canyon. They've got some creative guys on the offensive side. They're finding those lanes. If you can cut those lanes off, they want to settle the ball, find their style of play. I think when they played the first time against Snow Canyon, they played and lost down in St. George. Second game of the year for the Utes, second game of a doubleheader that day. They weren't in their game. They were trying to play something else that Snow Canyon was dictating, and you talk about Snow Canyon controlling the game. And then it's just team defense. The Utes haven't been challenged a lot on defense, and sometimes that defense can get disorganized, and they need to communicate and be in the right spots. We had a chance, speaking of talking to the coaches, to meet with John Nurden, head coach for the Uintah Utes. Let's take a look at that interview we had just a few minutes ago before the game.
It's our first home playoff game this century in the last 15 years. We win today, and we advance to the quarterfinals, and the quarterfinals should be a little easier. Not that any game's easy, but we're matched up with about the best team in our bracket today. So this game's quite important. Team who goes on today probably gets to go on a little further. Those games will be played on Saturday. The Utes have had a great season. We've played 17 games. We're 10-6-1. It's the best record they've had this century as well. That's the records we can get. We can't get any more records beyond that. Asking a few coaches, it might be the best they've done in 20 years. So, this is an important game to cap off a great season. Good season with a poor playoff wouldn't be nearly as great as a long playoff run. So, looking to play next Friday and Saturday at Alta and Rio Tinto. So,
what a great interview, and I like how John's not looking forward to anything past this game. You realize the importance of this, and as to the Snow Canyon Warriors, they're here, and they certainly didn't want to travel this far and go home 6-hour bus ride with a loss on their shoulders. So it's going to be a battle. We've seen two quality teams play at a high level, Jared, just recently when Juan Diego came to visit the Utes. I expect the same kind of atmosphere at this game.
Absolutely, and because it's a state game, you're going to have 40 minutes each half where it is just going to be intense. If you make a mistake, they're going to capitalize on it. That's the way the state games go, and especially for this game where it's a little bit higher level of play.
Every possession matters, because in a game that could likely end up 1-0 or even go to penalty kicks, it could be the one mistake that cost you. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back for the kickoff.
Are you a busy mom like me with so little time, juggling so many different things that getting your oil changed is the last thing on your mind? You won't believe this. Head to L&L Express Lane. You don't need an appointment. There's a place for your kids to play, and you can use an iPad with Wi-Fi while you wait. And here's the best part. It's all done under 30 minutes or less. Come and see us at L&L's Express Lane. People you know. People who care.
VTV6 live coverage of high school boys soccer kicks off right now.
Do you know what medications you are taking? It's one of the first questions a medical professional will ask you at the doctor's office or in the emergency room. Knowing the names of your medications, the amount you take, and when you take them is as important as describing your pain. Ashley Regional Medical Center encourages you to take a moment and write down all your medications. We will even provide a small card for you to use. It's important for you to be informed and involved with your healthcare and your medications.
Do you have a lot on your mind? Things like life, home, or auto insurance? Investments? Rollovers? Financial planning? How about health insurance? Employee benefits or retirement? Take control of your health and financial future. Go see your hometown experts at the Advisor Group. Call 435-789-9151.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Hey Uintah Basin, the DEF pump is now operating at the Pilot Logistics Card Lock in Naples. Come fill your tank at super low prices with the convenience of a pump. Pilot Logistics continues to provide card lock services, bulk fuel, lubes and oils, just as they did when they were Western Petroleum. The new DEF pump is at the Naples location. Here at Pilot Logistics, we are still your neighbors working hard to serve you and invite you to call 789-1832 for more information about all of the services offered by Pilot Logistics.
Welcome back to Uintah High School. Mark Mason and Jared McKechnie with VTV Channel 6, and here we have it, the kickoff for the 3A playoff, where the Utes host the Snow Canyon Warriors. And Jared, I can't imagine how the kids feel, because I got butterflies.
The excitement is up as you announce the opening lineups for both teams. Doesn't look like a very big crowd for Uintah right now, but they are noisy, and they're here to cheer on their team.
So the Warriors win the flip. They're going to kick first here, and they're going to be going to the south. We had a wind before, but it settled down. The flags at the goalposts are laying dormant, and the sun is coming out. So it looks like the conditions are nearly perfect. And there's the kick to spread it back. It goes backwards to number 17, Stafford. Stafford plays it up to the middle. And Nurden comes back to challenge the ball. He goes back to Goodrich. Goodrich with a big clear. Here's the ball. Is it going to get over the heads? Bettis does his best to make it happen. Doesn't. Jenkins, another clear the other direction. And I believe that was Ewell that played it up.
Logan Ewell with a great header there to clear that ball. That was a 30-yard clear with the head there.
Nunez working it backwards. He's going to kick it back to Stafford. Stafford under duress. Here's a ball through, but it's well played back to the keeper by Overfelt, and keeper kicks and clears long. And lots of heads right now. The possession for both teams has been a little bit spotty. We've seen a lot of long balls right at this point. There's a ball cleared by Jenkins. It gets up, and it's going to be controlled. No, not controlled in the center midfield. And there should be a foul. There is. And that's a case where Chilin had an attack but wasn't playing the ball, just attacked and hit Spencer from behind. Nurden, nice creativity. He was in trouble there for just a second. He plays it up to McNamara. McNamara can't control. Time to settle here for Ewell. Hits it with his head. He's in trouble a little bit with the charge from Monson. Monson wins, but then plays it backwards. Bunderson's going to have a ball here, and he lets it roll out of bounds. No offsides. He gets it up to Bunderson. Bunderson with the control. He's in the corner. Bunderson looking. He's checked by Overfelt. He gains the baseline. They're looking for an out of bounds, and they do get the goal kick. well played by Overfelt, pushed him.
You got to love those fast-paced, get the ball in the field, get the game playing again, and that was a good opportunity for Uintah there.
Munoz plays it deep. It's going to go all the way back to the keeper. Benyon will have a chance to control the tempo with this kick in. He gets it up to Bunderson. Bunderson controls. Bunderson looks forward. He gets a ball. Nice ball. Nice touch. And it's just going to be overran and knocked out of bounds by Stafford. Stafford played great defense. First, he cut off the run of Bunderson, and then he controlled the ball. So he cut the run off first. I like that. Bunderson can throw it all the way into the inside. Doesn't. Decides to play a control game instead. He gets tackled, but that's a clean tackle because it was a play on the ball, and Bunderson ran through it. That ball's up, and there's a charging number 19, Nino. Nino's checked. He hits a shot. Oh, my goodness. What a touch. Checked, and he hits a ball maybe a half yard high.
That was a great shot. Now, the angle was definitely not good there. See on this instant replay.
Boy.
Benyon worried and getting up, which was good by him there.
You know, the Benyon actually touched that ball. You saw that on the replay. He had a little bit of a touch on it, but they called a goal kick. There's a little 1-2 Nerdin with the ball. His touch is a little off, so it goes long. A lot of challenges here in the midfield. There's a good example of cutting off passing lanes, and Spencer did it twice. And there's a charge from behind. Do they get the foul? Good sportsmanship. They're pointing that direction. I'm not sure if it's a foul or a throw-in.
He's gonna have a free kick here.
And it looks like it's going to be Overfelt from the backfield come to take that kick. So the attack's pretty even on both sides, so he's going to have a kick from about 50 yards away from the goal. They're going to set up a set piece with some runners coming in. He's got a nice left foot. He gets it up, and Benyon covers well. Benyon has some open field if he'll throw, but no, he's going to let the defense clear out, reset, and then he gets the ball up. That gets up. Bunderson can't get his head on it. Up played by Wade. Wade gets it up to the offense. Here's a nice run by Monson. Monson gets it out to the outside edge. That makes McCackney have to spread out. He's dancing. He gains the baseline cross, and that could have been ooh. We are fortunate there on the header. Chillin hits it, but hit it straight down onto the ground and out. You'll see on the L&L Motor replay, he's unchecked, and watch this ball. He hits it with his head, but unfortunately strikes it. Unfortunately for the Warriors, strikes it straight down and out of bounds. Wow, that was a dangerous.
Ben Kitzmiller there kind of focused more on the ball instead of that guy coming on the backside. So luckily for Uintah, he was unable to make that a goal.
There's a nice play. It's going to be played up in an attack by McGlory. McGlory gets it up to Bunderson. Bunderson keeps it in bounds, but then all it is a turnover essentially as he hits it right to Stafford. Stafford pushes it up, and then the Utes kick it out of bounds. Throw in by Wade.
I see Uintah marking a little bit better than they did against the Juan Diego game. It seems like they've got the ability to stay right there close.
Munoz is so fast, but McCackney plays textbook defense, just cuts him off. That ball is going to get up to Nerdin, and McCackney has options. He loses those options as he delays the pass. And there's just a lot of the ball bouncing around. Both teams playing good defense, but their possession and control is not there right yet. Chillin gets to the baseline. He crosses back. McCackney gets a head on it. Up to Nerdin. Then there's a one-time hit, but poorly by Richmond. Not much of a threat, easily blocked. There's a sliding tackle. Utes will have a throw-in.
Defensively, Uintah, it seems like they're running them down. They're shutting down some of those passing lanes. We're just unable to make a good pass out of that defensive end and get the offensive start that we need.
Correct. The touches are just a little too hard. All of the touches just a hair hard. Here's Bettis to win that ball. He gets up to the sideline, gets it to Bunderson. Bunderson decides to come back in. He does good work to control that ball. He chips up to Bettis. Bettis has nobody on him. There's a cross on the far field if he can see it. He's got his head down, doesn't see it, but that ball gets outside. Well played and a shot. It's low, and it's played excellently by the keeper.
Alex McGlory with a nice rip right there for a shot for Uintah.
They get that quickly. Munoz hits it out. He plays the ball to number 29 Jenkins, and they play it forward. There's a battle here. McCackney wins that, plays it back for possession and control. It's back to him, but just behind him, so lost. Nino with the ball, and it's out of bounds. It's going to be the Warriors throwing, quickly done. That ball gets up. Goodrich knocks it out of bounds, and the Warriors, no, we're going to have a goal kick. Maybe it had already crossed the baseline by the time Goodrich touched it. So ball quickly out of bounds. Can they get to it? They do. McGlory hits it too hard. Again, the touch not there, Jared. Now, to be fair to McGlory, he was sprinting just to keep the ball in bounds.
Yes, he had made a long run there, but you're right. I mean, not just with that play, but down here, you know, a couple of opportunities to make the offensive attack, and we're just either not touching it hard enough or not making a good enough pass.
Goodrich has this. He's got a hard-charging Munez. He's going to clear between the 5-hole. Well done. Munez with a nice tack. That's a dangerous ball for Goodrich, because if Munez gets a foot on it and knocks it forward, then he's one-on-one with the keeper.
You know, Snow Canyon has runners, and when they go, they're in hot pursuit. So definitely the reason why they've got a few players that are the high scorers for the state right now.
Yeah, Carrillo there had a nice look at it. He settled the ball and took a shot. Didn't get a good solid contact, knocked it wide left. Jackson with the goal kick. They have played these short, and right now Snow Canyon is packing up 9 people backwards. So the whole defensive front for the Utes is unchecked, but they do go deep in the Utes' control. Bettis goes. He's got it clear, and he's got a good touch on that ball. He'll get to it before it goes out of bounds. Here comes the challenge, and well done by number 13, Wade. Wade clears up, but the Utes control, and Wade clears again. Wade gets it up, and it's going to be controlled by Nino. Nino looks for the middle runner. He has him. That's Chillin. Chillin looking for the runner. He goes deep to the deep corner. It might roll out. It does.
You know, Snow Canyon is just pushing those sides, and it doesn't matter which side. It seems like it's been their right side more than the left, but get it to the outside, make those long runs from the midfield or a hidden player. Every time they've been down the field, it's been that kind of a play.
Wow. Nino just took a shot to the face. Goodrich had a ball, kicked it, and he was running, charging in, and just took that ball right to the face. Referee going over to make sure he's okay. Little pause in the action. They whistle the ball live. Today's game brought to us by L&L Motor. Become a fan and like L&L on Facebook to be entered into one of their many drawings. I want to remind you that today's replay coverage brought to us by L&L Motor. Here's a nice ball. It goes up. It's going to be a little bit long, but right now the speed for the defense on the they earn a goal kick. They're all looking for some kind of a foul there as that ball is played on the baseline. That was Stafford. Stafford unhappy with the physical play, and Bunderson just doing what Bunderson does. He challenges every ball. There's a ball that's trying to get through. Well played by Kitzmiller. And then Ewell does the rest to clear it out. Controlled and played back by Carrillo. He loses that. Bunderson. And there's a foul. I think I disagree with that, even though Bettis went down. He played the ball, Stafford being he, number 17. And you'll see here on the L&L Motor replay, he slides at the ball, connects the ball, and then comes through the player. But the Utes with an opportunity here about 23 yards out from the corner. I have seen them make kicks here, and Bettis has got a wrist injury, it appears. But he stands up, so when we see McCackney shoot, typically it's a shot. When we see McNamara shoot, typically it's one of the lob passes over for a header. That's what I've noticed, Jared. I don't know if that's...
No, that's typically how it goes, and they're talking about it, and I thought Brady was going to take it, but McCackney's there now, so not sure what you're going to see.
Here's the shot. It's low. It gets through everybody, and the keeper gets it.
The line jumped. The line jumped,
and it went low, and sometimes that plays against the keeper because he can't see the ball until it's clearing inside about 12 yards. And in that case, it worked against. So this is a ball that Jackson can play with his hands as it's headed back to him. Bunderson challenged immediately by Richmond. Richmond and Bunderson doing their work in the middle. So Bettis does come off the field with the injury, and in his place we see Blake Hanberg.
Senior for senior there. I think you'll see some wheels with Hanberg and some good plays.
There at the end of the bench is Bettis, and he's just babying that hand. We've got trouble here, and this is well played by Kitzmiller. Plays it back to the keeper, and Goodrich will be able to clear. He does. Gets it up to McCackney. McCackney does the right thing, turns the ball. Oh, wow. Just a hair inside. If he'd got a little bit more of a corner shot there, that could have been a dangerous play for the Utes, and cleared out of bounds. Throw in. I think the person that cleared it was Stafford. Today's game brought to us by the Advisor Group. Financial planning, benefit package, insurance, or retirement plans. We have a specialized team to help meet your needs. We are the firm of firms. Here's a play on the inside. Tries for the little short 1-2. That was Hanberg trying to hit Bunderson, and one of the rare times Bunderson wasn't at full speed.
Looks like we've got a substitution for Snow Canyon. Number 2, Caden Witter. Number 4, Dallin Moody. And number 5, Adrian Torres.
2 sophomores and a junior. Moody is a junior. Torres and Witt were sophomores coming in, getting minutes here in this playoff game. And you know that's what the good programs do. They play the sophomores along with the seniors and juniors. There's a charge, and that has to be a foul. And there's the call. Yeah, and that's one of those situations. No ball. You can go shoulder to shoulder, but as long as you're playing the ball, this was just a charge.
You know, and unfortunately for Snow Canyon, he was on a full pursuit and really couldn't stop in time to prevent that. But
good, hard, clean foul in this case. You know, there are differences. So there's a ball played by Goodrich, headed out of bounds. Throw in for the Utes. So far, the impressions of the game, you see a control and speed from the Warriors, and the Utes doing what they do. They just haven't been able to get many attacks down on that upper third. Here's a deep ball. It's played up, and look who's there, but Hanberg charging hard, making it very hard for the defender to turn, and that causes the turnover.
Yeah, that was, it seems like the center referee is allowing some contact down there in that middle, or in the third of the field for both sides of the team, and not making those calls that might make a difference in the score of the game.
Not a turnover, so Hanberg must have touched that ball as he turned it. So the Warriors had to throw in, then the Utes with good defense forced the turnover. This played back to Nurden. Nurden can't get clear, but McNamara does. McNamara plays back to Goodrich, who has time, needs to exercise some patience, and he hits that ball up. Jenkins plays it back up forward. So he and Goodrich on a two-man game right now. This ball gets up to Bunderson, who heads it outside. Nice touch, and just the right spin on it. Look at the charge from McGlory.
Oh.
He is taken down from behind. Could be a yellow card. That was a clear run, and he trips him from behind. No, the referee's just settling the teams down and giving a verbal warning. Here's a quick play by McNamara. He doesn't get it through. Nurden. Oh, can't get through. Just a nice poke and steal. This ball played up. And here comes the counterattack. Number 19, Nino. Nino looking to switch the field. He does. He gets it up to number 5, Torres. Torres in the corner. He's checked by Ewell. Torres trying to get the turn, and Ewell gets it. And that ball's going to go corner kick. Ewell thought the last one to touch it was Snow Canyon.
And Logan was doing a good job. Stay between the ball and the player. He did it well. Felt like there was a lot of physicalness there, but as I said, in either third of the scoring thirds for these teams, you're not going to get a call. Looks like today.
Unless it's very grievous. A trip from behind may catch you. But here Muniz with the corner kick. He's going to get a deep ball. It gets past everybody. Headed. Dangerous. Cleared by Ewell. Bunderson trying to track it down. Oh, and that's hit out of bounds by Bunderson. Richmond was on the defense.
Size-wise, looking at them out there it seems like Uintah is a little bit taller, a little bit more physical than
Ball up
Snow
to
Canyon.
Hamburg. Hamburg's double teamed. He tries to get, and he's going to make this very difficult. No call, and here's the challenge for the Utes. Here's a soft touch. Butterson through. Butterson has the right foot. Can he get to it? And they're going to call a foul against Butterson. That's unbelievable. How does Bunderson get pushed off the ball and then he gets the foul called? I'll never know what's going through the Yellow's mind right there. There's a charge, but McNamara is stronger and he earns a corner.
Did you see that?
Chillen came in and just tried to lay a lick on McNamara, but McNamara is such a tough stud that he lays him out on the ground. This is crazy. The contact down here in the penalty box, and they call a foul for Snow Canyon. There's a nice deep ball. Come up, Bunderson. He just missed it. But look who's there. Cushing, low drive. Oh, and he just, and well played by the keeper. I have to say that Camacho did what he had to do. He covered the inside post.
Yes, I didn't see Cushing come into the game, but what a great spot to have him right off the bat for a great shot to that corner.
Camacho just covered the inside post and made sure there was no gap. Well done by the keeper. Earns the goal kick. Here's a ball that gets through. It's going to be a battle. And, you know, Hamburg is chasing everything down. He is making it very difficult for the backs for Snow Canyon to do anything control-wise. Nurden and McNamara, or McCackney trying to play a two-man game. Here's a challenge from the Snow Canyon with the left foot. It's crossed, but just left in the penalty box and then cleared. Nurden comes up to get to it. He loses the ball. It's turned by Nino. Nino trying to get with the left foot, does, but Ewell controls, puts outside to Cushing. Cushing loses the ball on a bad touch to Richmond. Richmond gets it into the middle, cleared by McNamara. And look at Snow Canyon winning these 50-50 balls. And we got a player down. I think it's Spencer, but it's just a little stinger on his ankle. He's okay up. Challenged by Hamburg. Nobody can stop Jenkins. Jenkins just continues to earn that edge. And we've got a foul, or did they earn the free throw? I think it's a free throw. I believe it'll be Jenkins that'll take that free throw. Today's game brought to us by Strata Networks. Live stream of today's game can be found at strata.tv, powered by Strata Networks. So here we have a substitution, and I believe that's Cairo Nurden coming in. He's going to take McCackney out for a breather. Cairo was sick for the Juan Diego game and wasn't able to play, and he's coming back in. Sometimes we see him start, sometimes in a substitution role. There's a ball that gets through. Here's a challenge for the, and Snow Canyon missed an easy one. The Utes are given just a gift by Chillen. He's wide open, 3 yards outside the net, and hits the ball straight up in the air.
You know, again, and that was Cairo this time instead of Ben, but you've got to know who's on your backside. You've got to stop watching and selling tickets and get some eyes on and a body on that weak side.
Yeah, we've seen twice now that the right back has lost track of somebody in the penalty area with a dangerous opportunity from Snow Canyon. And this one, we were just fortunate and blessed that ball went high. Sometimes all you have to do is get in the way of that ball instead of try to strike it. And Chillen tried to hit a hard one. Nurden makes up for that error, and he wins this battle. Woo! Well, and Nurden's burning hot, but
says they're pulling the shorts and the jersey there. It's the indication that Cairo was given the referee, but it's not going to matter. It's Snow Canyon ball here.
Yeah, and it's a dangerous opportunity. Muniz, and I want to point out something you're not going to see in a box score. McNamara slowed that tempo down. He stood in front of the ball. Nurden had lost his cool a little bit, and it looked like Snow Canyon was going to come in and try to do something quickly. And did you see McNamara just stand in front of the ball and take very slow steps backwards? Well done by McNamara. That's a veteran presence. There's the line doing what they do. The ball's going to be played up. It's going to go to Hamburg. He's got control. He's got time if he'll take some patience. Ball played back to Hamburg. And the quick recovery from the Snow Canyon defense, there was only 2 back, now there's 6. Nurden mistouches the ball but wins it back. Nurden in the middle looking for help. He's got help if he can see him. He switches the field to Cushing. Cushing's got, oh, there it is. I don't know if he saw the runner coming through, but if he'd have played it deeper, been more of a challenge. Bunderson checked by number 2, Whitwer. Bunderson with the throw in.
Just seems like Uintah struggling right now to make a few of those passes or find that guy that's making that run for better opportunities to score. Maybe a big deep breath. Maybe the butterflies are still going here after the 23rd minute. I'm not sure.
Bettis back in the field. McCackney as well. McCackney looks like he's checked in a forward position for Hamburg. Good deep throw. Gets up. McNamara can't get to it. That ball cleared by number 23 for the defense. That's Carrillo. It's just one challenger. Nurden gets the turn, but doesn't maintain possession. This is a situation where we had 4 defenders within a 4-yard area. The defenders have to realize Nurden's going to win this ball, start spreading out, give him an option.
Exactly.
Just one rusher. That's Chillin. Chillin gets up, takes a shot. Jackson stops it and covers, and then rolls the ball up to Cushing. Cushing here. Cushing's got presence in the middle. He gets it to Bunderson. Bunderson decides to switch the field. Well done, and played through. Oh, just a little too deep. Covered by Jenkins. Jenkins loses that ball himself. And you see Bettis back in, wrapped on the left wrist. He had that on that challenge about 20 yards out. Bunderson comes up. They're content to retreat. Get it to Bettis. Oh, and it's maybe an inch behind him. But McNamara comes up. We've got Spencer. Spencer goes. Bunderson charge from behind. Oh, if he could have got that through number 7, Overfelt, he'd have had a beautiful look. Overfelt plays great defense, gets possession, turns.
He's got to make a pass there, Mark. When you're that tight inside, every defender is going to come and get you, and it's going to be pretty difficult to try and dribble everybody. There was 3 other offensive players there. If somebody had the right angle, the pass would have been a little better right there.
Yeah, you hear all the time, Jared, that you have to beat 1. When you start trying to beat 3, as is the case right there with number 10 for Snow Canyon, a lot of times you lose those balls. Cushing with a nice touch, left foot, fires it. Oh, well played by Camacho, and you see McCackney charging in just in case there's a misplayed ball. I like the effort. Nurden misheads the ball, but fortunately McNamara comes back to win. Nurden's going to lose that ball. That's the second mistake. Nino here. Nino crosses, cleared out, and this ball is going to be controlled by the Utes in the center field. No, lost. Instead of passing early, trying to make a move, gets the ball up to McCackney. McCackney does get the pass to Bettis and then makes that overlapping run. Bettis unchecked. Now he's got it up to McCackney. Well done. McCackney turns it backwards, waits for the help. It comes from Bettis. Bettis just looking up. You can't blame him, but he misplayed the ball. It's a turnover.
Look at McNamara working hard. There.
That's why Brady McNamara, football, basketball, I'm not sure if he plays football, but in basketball, he's that kid on the court that does the little things that nobody else wants to. That's why he plays so many minutes. That's what he does for us on the soccer field. Ewell plays it back. Goodrich has a turnover. Fortunately, it's bounced hard enough to him that he can win. Cushing chips one over to McCackney. McCackney's waiting for the run from Bunderson. Turns it himself. Well done. He has an opportunity. Pushes it out to Cushing. Cushing can't cross. He has Bettis back. Bettis with the cross. One touch set. Played out. Well done by Overfelt. Overfelt's playing good defense, solid defense for the visiting Snow Canyon Eagles. This ball is going to get outside to Spencer. Spencer looks to make his move. Set and played well by, not Overfelt, I believe that's 29 that's checking him. And Spencer gets on the inside, played back. Oh, and Nurden just can't turn around. It's going to go back out of bounds, but if he could have played that, the attack would have stayed forward. He's got people in the middle and behind.
I like that last possession for Uintah. That was some good, solid, good opportunities.
Oh, and here's McCackney. He's free one time, hits it. He makes nice contact, but wide right.
So difficult to try and volley that to the outside, the far post. You want to get that ball to the far post in case the goalie touches it out. You've got the crasher on the weak side. But
Far
good
post.
opportunity.
Yeah, and you talk about what the keeper's doing is he's drifting to the ball. So if it goes behind his shoulder, it's so hard to change that direction. And like you say, you also have hopefully someone running the far post, streaking in. Well played by McCackney. And the the Warriors survive. And here we go. McCackney is just a calming presence right now up front. He's winning some of these balls, making the right decision with the balls. Bunderson gets clear, takes a shot high.
I like the shot. You touch it twice, and then you let it go, and that's what he did. He had a lane there, took it, unfortunately just a little high.
Today's game brought to us by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Ashley Regional would like to remind anyone over 50 to have their screening colonoscopy. Here's a ball played up. Spencer going to rush into it. And I tell you right now, Overfeld is playing very solid defense. He's getting to all the spots and challenging appropriately. He's doing well to anchor the defense for the Warriors. And the Utes playing more on the upper third here in the last few minutes. This is good news. The initial...
Oh, that is a good call by the referee. You can't be pushing before the ball even comes to you. I'm trying to remember the word for that. Obstruction.
Chillin, in this case, for the Snow Canyon Warriors was obstructing, correct?
Was obstructing.
There's a lot of contact, but when you're pushing a guy out of the way. And you see what McCackney does. McCackney gets there, and they're going to call a foul. And that's, McCackney's going through to the ball. It's not an intentional foul. He's trying to get to the ball. It just happens that a blue jersey was standing in his way. Goodrich clears up, headed back into play by the sophomore Torres. Torres wins again, plays it upfield. Torres overlaps and gets the ball back. Torres looking for the corner and gets it. Wide open. There's trouble for the Utes. It's cleared by Ewell, I believe. Ewell gets it up, but then the Warriors control. Cushing maintains his feet, so it's a possession issue.
You want to fall down right there, Mark. You want to fall down and get the call. Everybody needs a rest. I'm looking at Jaden Spencer over here on the outside. He seems like he's hurt. I don't know if that ankle shot, he's been just a little bit slower than normal, so not sure if he's going to need a sub here shortly.
Substitution, Caden Nurden back in, so we have both Nurden brothers up. Bettis loses the ball out of bounds. Today's game brought to us by Moon Lake Electric, who've been in operation since 1938. Find and like them on Facebook. Ball's coming up. Good pressure. Stafford, I'm not sure if he realized he had pressure. He puts it back to it's Camacho. Couldn't find his name for a second.
Snow Canyon there with an obvious offside, number 20, but well played because he knew he was.
Just let it roll.
Let it roll.
Ball gets through. Goodrich comes off his spot. You see Ewell starting to make that run to go in. And Cushing, I like what he does on those throw-ins. It's pick up and go. He is always on the attack from that throw-in position. Ball played up to Bettis. Bettis going to go back to Bunderson. Bunderson going to let Cushing handle this. Cushing has a little challenge. There's a nice touch on that ball. Oh, and Bettis just can't get there. Bettis had taken a step the wrong direction, had his step been the other way, Jared.
And he was there. I mean, he was unguarded. He had the opportunity to make a nice cross or maybe dribble the line. Unlucky.
Just a momentum situation. Your body momentum's just going a half step the wrong direction at the time the ball's played.
Well, and he was close enough to being in an offside position that he probably was making a step to stay onside.
Ewell puts a high ball. It's going to trickle out of bounds. Quickly back in by the Warriors. Ewell back up to the middle. Nurden has it. Nurden plays the right play, gets a good turn and touch on the ball. He's waiting for the run to go through. He gets it. Oh, I don't know. It's crazy. These are the plays the Utes usually nail, and Bettis has just been an eighth of a step slow getting to him and a couple of turnovers, but they are going to work sooner or later.
Well, as you know, when those have worked really well is against some of the teams that may not have such a strong defense, maybe as quick. And with Snow Canyon, it's obvious that they've got some players that have some speed back there. So maybe it's just a timing issue that they'll reevaluate and make happen.
Spencer very well aware of who hit the ball last. Nerton can't control, loses it in the midfield. It's going to be turned, played well by McCackney. McCackney looks like he's back to his normal position in the stopper slot.
Well, I think he's playing mid right now, unless Ben's coming up away. So I'm not sure what positions they've got back there right now.
Could be playing a center mid. Here's a ball played in the middle. Trouble for the Utes. Benyon plays it very well. Easy stop for him. Nice connection by Chillin, but he just didn't have any angles.
Uintah needing to win those big balls from Jackson.
They do. Bettis, nice chip ball, gets it up to Bunderson. Bunderson with the left foot, hits the post. Oh, the keeper's out of the position. Here's Bunderson again, but it cleared. Oh. Wow. Bunderson hits the top post in just a gorgeous touch pass from Jury Bettis and can't get it to finish. And here's the counterattack for the Warriors. It's cleared across, volleyed, played by Benyon. Oh my goodness, Benyon played just a gorgeous ball. They're going to call it out of bounds. I don't think it went out of bounds.
I didn't see that, but you know what? I cannot believe Jackson stopped that ball. The ball's going, his body is going the other direction. He reaches out and is able to make that stop.
We have a Ute player on the field and an injury. We're going to take a short timeout. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Are you a busy mom like me with so little time, juggling so many different things that getting your oil changed is the last thing on your mind? You won't believe this. Head to L&L Express Lane. You don't need an appointment. There's a place for your kids to play, and you can use an iPad with Wi-Fi while you wait. And here's the best part. It's all done under 30 minutes or less. Come and see us at L&L's Express Lane. People you know. People who care.
Do you know what medications you are taking? It's one of the first questions a medical professional will ask you at the doctor's office or in the emergency room. Knowing the names of your medications, the amount you take, and when you take them is as important as describing your pain. Ashley Regional Medical Center encourages you to take a moment and write down all your medications. We will even provide a small card for you to use. It's important for you to be informed and involved with your health care and your medications.
So, welcome back to Uintah High School. The injured Ute was Logan Ewell, and it appeared to be cramps, Jared.
Yeah, that left leg looked like it was cramping him.
And we want to look back to the L&L Motor replay of that save by Benyon. Benyon doing what we were talking about earlier, drifting from his left to his right, and there's that shot. So you'll see, here comes the shot. It's one-time hit, and somehow he stops and puts enough hand on it to clear it.
Feet going one way, arms going the other, full body extension there.
Benyon does well to do that. And here's a ball that gets through the Nerton brothers playing ping pong. Anyway.
Throw in for Snow Canyon here. I'm not sure why we didn't get a foul called right there on Snow Canyon. Caden Nerton, with possession of the ball, gets tangled up with the player and unable to do anything.
Good deep ball, and it's Hamburg up front. It gets over Hamburg's head, played back by Overfelt. Overfelt gets it back up midfield, controls, and then it's the striker's job to finish. McCackney comes in and charges and creates. Oh, we have an offsides.
With Logan Ewell out right now, I'm curious, is McCackney playing that left defender? You've got Corbin playing sweep and Ben playing stop, it looks like.
Cushing unable to control the ball. It's going to be played to the outside. It's Monson. Monson looking for the room to clear. He can't get it past Kitzmiller. Out of bounds, and then Monson makes a mistake and touches it.
Yeah, Kitzmiller with a great job there of somehow getting it to bounce off of Snow Canyon.
Ball played back, McCackney. He's got trouble but gets it cleared. Nice challenge, but the challenge causes the turnover. It was Nino on a hard charge to cause that turnover. And then now switching the, that ball's going to go well out of bounds. Struck by number 23, Yetzel Carrillo. And you know, why not? 25 yards out, if they're not going to check you, unload a shot. Well, today's game brought to us by Pilot Logistics. Western Petroleum may have a new name, but we are still the same great company you can rely on. You see Hamburg come all the way back from the striker position to win this ball. It's going to be played back to McCackney. McCackney lobs over too deep. Overfelt gets it back up to the forwards. Here comes a nice charge. Nurden gets away with one. McGlory puts the ball long up. He's just going to let McNamara run up to it. McNamara wins and puts the ball up, and it's going to go to the keeper, Camacho. Camacho gets it.
Good idea. Just, hey, if you're going to kick the ball and kick it hard, kick it towards the goal and see what that creates.
Yeah, that ball has 3 less rolls on it. Maybe he gets something out of that, and Bunderson was charging hard. McNamara up to McCackney. McCackney's going to play it up. Hamburg has a runner. And just well played. That cuts the angle off Eli Wade and causes the turnover. Ball played up. It's in by Muniz. Muniz hits to Benyon. Wow.
I like that Jackson doesn't have to deal with some short balls here. Seems like they're 30 yards out when they're taking those shots, and that's a big relief.
Chillin gets the free throw. He gets it almost through. Very dangerous for the Utes. And boy, Chillin and Muniz are making this so difficult for us to clear out of that back third, that defensive third of the field. They're charging every ball.
You can see how they're marking up. I mean, there's not many options for Uintah here because of the high marking job by Snow Canyon.
Well played. It's Chillin. He gets it outside.
Oh, come on, man!
Goes out of bounds.
Now, I don't know what that foul was. It seemed like he easily took that ball away from number 15, Monson.
What's dangerous, Muniz with the ball here. He's got an angle. He had the inside post. If Benyon doesn't recover on time, he scores from that spot.
That was the time you needed the Brady mentality to come and stand in front of that ball, because no wall, nothing was there for Uintah to try and stop that easy angled shot there.
Ball hit back, Cushing on a deep run, but it's going to be covered by Stafford. Stafford clears.
And that's okay. He'll clear it out of bounds. We'll get Bunderson to take a throw in. It's one of our best set pieces. We'll make that happen.
Bunderson, looks like Cushing's lining up to take it, but Cushing can throw nearly as far. Well. And Bunderson's so dangerous in the air. And you're going to see Bunderson set off. And here comes the run now, and it's going to be a timed piece. Here's a deep throw. Bunderson's in the spot. He can't get his head on it. Well played by number 5, Torres. Here comes a settle by, and Nurden just doesn't see number 23 for Snow Canyon. McCackney, deep run to recover. Ball switched field, well done by Snow Canyon. Monson trying to track it down. And we have a whistle. That's going to be half. And both teams play to a draw in the first 40 minutes. I want to remind you to stick around for the halftime coverage, which is brought to you by Ridgeline Motorsports. We'll be back right after this break.
Do you have a lot on your mind? Things like life, home, or auto insurance? Investments? Rollovers? Financial planning? How about health insurance? Employee benefits or retirement? Take control of your health and financial future. Go see your hometown experts at the Advisor Group. Call 435-789-9151.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on. and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Hey, Uintah Basin, the DEF pump is now operating at the Pilot Logistics Card Lock in Naples. Come fill your tank at super low prices with the convenience of a pump. Pilot Logistics continues to provide card lock services, bulk fuel, lubes and oils, just as they did when they were Western Petroleum. The new DEF pump is at the Naples location. Here at Pilot Logistics, we are still your neighbors working hard to serve you and invite you to call 789-1832 for more information about all of the services offered by Pilot Logistics.
Welcome to the Ridgeline Motorsports Halftime Report.
Well, welcome to the Ridgeline Motorsports Halftime Report. And Jared, I think it's about what we expected. Neither team made a big enough mistake to cost a goal. Both teams with scoring opportunities.
Great half, absolutely so far. I think the possession has been similar for both teams as far as time, possession, and that's exactly what they've been taught, what each coach wanted, is they wanted to possess the ball. It seems even right now.
It does seem even, and we want to thank Ridgeline Motorsports for bringing this halftime production to you. Ridgeline Motorsports has significant rebates going on now on all 2014 and 15 Ski-Doo snowmobiles, 2014 and 15 Can-Am. Every Can-Am ATV and side-by-side vehicle is built with the same DNA, industry-leading performance, precision engineered handling, and a rider-focused design. It's the Ready to Ride sales event. For a limited time, save up to $2,000 on your 2014 Can-Am off-road vehicle or up to $800 on select 2015 models. Get ready to ride with a new Can-Am off-road vehicle at Ridgeline Motorsports today. Can-Am, the ride says it all. Go see the friendly staff at Ridgeline Motorsports at 543 East Main in Vernal, or call 789-RIDE, R-I-D-E. Ridgeline Motorsports. Work hard, play harder. Well, Jared, we're going to take a look at the halftime, or the highlights. These highlights brought to you by Ridgeline Motorsports, helping us produce this. And then we'll have a special guest, Perry Taylor. He's come out from Salt Lake, and he's had a chance to coach all these kids. And here you see there the missed shot that goes wide right. And this is a ball that goes over the top. Cushing unloads a shot hit by the keeper. And then we have a ball come through here. McCackney misses wide right. Bunderson hits the top post, punched out by the keeper. And then the one time and save by Benyon. We call him Stonewall Jackson for a reason. He made an incredible save. And we're back here in the studio. Perry Taylor, thanks for making it up with us.
Yeah.
We're going to make an adjustment on the microphone. We want to make sure we can hear you. Now, Perry, you've had an opportunity to be with these boys for years. I mean, these kids are a talented group. They play possession soccer, and they're dangerous once they get in the upper third.
Yeah, I mean, these guys I've lost my voice yelling so loud over there.
Well, it's good. We heard you.
These boys know how to play soccer. They have all the fundamentals, and they know how to pull that desire out. So it's great. I wouldn't miss this game for anything.
Yeah, you came all the way out from Salt Lake. Now, I know Snow Canyon, they probably came in thinking they had a walkover. They had a chance to play the Utes. They were playing them on a second of a back-to-back for the Utes, and it was the first game of the day for Snow Canyon. What do you see as the keys after watching that first half? What do you think each team needs to do here to go away with the win?
Well, I think Snow Canyon has got a strong push. I mean, they've been driving the ball multiple times up to the goal. Unfortunately, Logan Yule went out. Hopefully he's okay, because I think he's key to the defense. Ben Kitzmiller kind of stepped up in that role after he left. On the midfield, everybody seems to be playing strong, and we've been getting shots on the goal.
Sure.
So from my perspective, it's been about a 50-50 game to this point. Cushing had a couple opportunities on the left side. Maybe one thing that would help, hopefully we see him switch field a little bit and start playing the right side.
Yeah, we've seen Jaden Spencer's made a lot of deep runs and hasn't been rewarded for his effort coming up. And so, that's a good
Especially
point.
if that defense is used now to play in left, maybe some opportunities will open up there. So
good switch to the field always helps. So we've seen both keepers. Camachi made the wonderful punch save. Cushing had a shot, hit the top post after Camachi hit it. And then Benyon, drifting from left to right, somehow recovers and punches the ball out that he had no business saving.
Yeah, Jackson's an amazing keeper. And he has stepped up since I coached these boys. It's been about 3.5, 4 years since I coached him. But Jackson is just an amazing keeper. I'm very impressed with him. And so, every section of the field is playing well. I think for Uintah, if they come out with passion and they're single-minded on getting these goals in, you're going to see a very positive second half. Knowing how these boys think, I think you're going to have a good second half, and I think we'll see some goals go in.
So far, they've played to a 0-0 draw. We talked about it at the beginning of the game. This is the kind of game that could go 1-0. It could go overtime. It could go to shootout. Stay tuned for an exciting finish to today's game here on VTV Channel 6. Thanks for watching the Ridgeline Motorsports halftime production here on VTV. We'll be back for the start of the second half.
Are you pushing the limits of riding? Are you ripping down the nastiest trails? Adjusting to the elements? Racking up the most miles? The 2016 Ski-Doo sleds. Are you riding or are you watching? See the 2016 sleds at skidoo.com.
Are you a busy mom like me with so little time, juggling so many different things that getting your oil changed is the last thing on your mind? You won't believe this. Head to L&L Express Lane. You don't need an appointment. There's a place for your kids to play, and you can use an iPad with Wi-Fi while you wait. And here's the best part. It's all done under 30 minutes or less. Come and see us at L&L's Express Lane. People you know. People who care.
Do you know what medications you are taking? It's one of the first questions a medical professional will ask you at the doctor's office or in the emergency room. Knowing the names of your medications, the amount you take, and when you take them is as important as describing your pain. Ashley Regional Medical Center encourages you to take a moment and write down all your medications. We will even provide a small card for you to use. It's important for you to be informed and involved with your healthcare and your medications.
Do you have a lot on your mind? Things like life, home, or auto insurance? Investments? Rollovers? Financial planning? How about health insurance? Employee benefits or retirement? Take control of your health and financial future. Go see your hometown experts at the Advisor Group. Call 435-789-9151.
Welcome back to Uintah High School, where the Uintah Utes hosting the Snow Canyon Warriors. Mark Mason and Jared McCackney with VTV Channel 6. And you look at a score 0-0, and that's the beautiful thing about soccer, is this is a championship level game. And there's no scores on the board, but there has been excitement up and down the pitch. And right now, both teams making the adjustments they think they had to try to get one in the back of the net. Utes playing control right at the beginning. And Jared, I think I agree with you that the possession would probably be about 50-50 in the game so far.
Yeah, and I think as far as Uintah is concerned, the opportunities that they had, and this is a great run right here by Cushion.
Yeah. Look at his loping strides. He just gets past everybody. He's waiting for that opening. It doesn't happen. Oh, and he does. He gets it. He's going to have a cross. Dangerous. Headed out of bounds by Overfelt. And Comanche was a little bit upset with him. Not Overfelt for this head strikeout, but how in the world did they let Cushing get to the edge? And he's a little bit mad at his defense. Here's a low ball played. Oh, and Nurden.
Caden Nurden coming up, and you want those. I mean, that's the kind of attack that you want. If you're just standing there waiting for that cross to come, it's pretty hard. But Caden with a great run and his momentum.
Yeah, watch this on the L&L motor replay. It's a low ball. Nurden just unchecked in the box and hits it, and that ball misses. Wow. If he gets the turn on that, they do have a person playing on the inside post, but even with that, that's a hard ball to deal with because it's coming so fast with spin on it. Up to Bettis. Bettis trying to get to that corner. He's going to push it up there and played.
We've got to get Uintah to stop pushing. Once the player has jumped in front of you, you've got to get around them. You can't just use your hands and push them out of the way, and it's so difficult. Any good player is going to try and step in front and get that call.
It was well played by number 10, Muniz. And he's come back, in that case, from the halfback position to help on the defense. Ball played back, and they've got a little two-man game going here. Going to bring it up that way. Monson plays it up, but out of bounds. Nino quickly, and he's going to be content to let Richmond play that ball up. Richmond coming up from that outside halfback position. Ball out of bounds again. I believe it's Kitzmiller.
Mr. Uintah, Kitzmiller, took Mr. Uintah again this year.
Sometimes I'm aware that competition goes on, and sometimes I'm not. When was it that they had the competition?
I'm going to say last week,
so
sometime.
Pretty recently.
Yeah, it was before the Juan Diego game. I think it was Thursday or Wednesday of last week.
And it's a neat tradition that the Utes had. Where I attended high school in Salt Lake City, there was no such competitions, but it teaches the young men nutrition, the weightlifting, and weightlifting is something they can take, all their life. Nice touch there on the ball, turned, and Benyon tracks it down. Wow, that was just creative soccer from the Warriors.
Impressive pass. I'm not sure who that player was.
I think maybe Torres hit the back heel, and he gets it up, and it was number 19, Nino, and then the ball trickles all the way up to the keeper, who considers rolling it, but Cushing was there just enough to deter him. Nino wins and has a runner. He hits the runner on stride, and Kitzmiller, just textbook, comes in, takes the player off the ball, and turns the ball. Bettis keeps the ball in bounds, but the Warriors are going to control that. Won by Nurden. Nurden, well done. Nurden loses it in this case on the hard charge from Muniz. The ball gets crossed. Nobody on the far side. Here comes the challenge from Richmond. Cushing hits Richmond and goes out of bounds. Could have been a penalty. It did hit Richmond's hands, although it's incidental. They're going to be content to keep possession. Plays it back to Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller on the ground up to Nurden. Nurden. Working across the middle, maintains possession. Nurden again, he plays it to McNamara. McNamara has the ball.
See Jaden Spencer over on that right side just begging, hoping one day he's going to get that ball.
We continue to ignore the switch. In this case, Cushing was open, as was Spencer. Ball played in the air and then tried to turn by Carrillo. Carrillo gets it back to Goodrich, and Goodrich with a deep clear. Bettis on a run. He's got Overfelt in a bad position. He's got outside to Spencer. Spencer has the ball. He's going to go back to Bettis and make a run through. Here's a cross. Played out of bounds. I can't tell if he was shooting or trying to cross.
I don't know, but Jaden had that wall pass going. Jaden passed it to Jury. Jury needed to give that back to Jaden to the corner and then have a nice cross by Jaden.
Goal kick here. And then a charge. Why is it no surprise McCackney's in the middle of that, And Bettis pulling a McNamara, slowing the pace down on those free kicks. Ball up, Overfelt with his head. Hits it to the middle. It's going to be controlled by the Utes. Whether they can do something with it, they don't. It goes right back to Overfelt. Control and play to the middle. To Carrillo. Carrillo puts, and McCackney just, this is the right place at the right time kind of guy. Cushing behind McNamara. It goes all the way across the field, and wow! Just puts a ball up into orbit. Cushing playing hard against Monson. Monson wins and gets it up, and then there's going to be the charge from behind, and it's Cushing, and the Utes get caught with the both hands extended again, Jared.
Yeah, and then Cushing with that slide there. It was a little bit late, trying to knock him over there. Looks like the wind has changed direction again, Mark. It looks like it's now heading a little bit southwest.
That plays to the Utes' favor, makes it feel like you're playing a little bit downhill. Here's a through ball. And McCackney, I always hate to see the header played back into the middle of the box. Bettis wins this challenge. He's got runners coming in support. He's going to play a hard ball up. Can he get it to Betterson? He doesn't. Carrillo again. Carrillo looking. Well done by McCackney. Bettis and Bunderson running together. Here's a through ball. And Bettis, does he have enough? He gets a shot off. Knocked out of bounds corner. And Bettis earns the corner, but he pays for it. He's got the wrist, and he is favoring it like it's broken. And he went down hard on it.
He did. That was a race. That was an unbelievable race. They were stride and stride. And luckily, Jury able to make a shot on that in order to get that corner kick. So
you have Jaden Spencer on the corner. We've had Cushing make a strike on a ball that got through. And watch for Bunderson, who's setting up on the top of the 18. Here comes the run through. Bettis with his head. Wide right.
Unlucky there. I didn't see him try and turn the ball with his head. He just was going to try and hit it and maybe misread it just a little bit. But, hey, good opportunity.
Yeah,
we hit the ball instead of Snow Canyon. So,
and actually, on the L&L Mortar replay, he just turned too quickly.
Oh.
The snap came, and he just turned, and then it hit him. So by that time, he wasn't able to redirect the ball. Here comes the counterattack for the Warriors. They're so good at taking an opportunity from the Utes and switching the fields and waiting for the run. They get a deep throw. It goes up to number 20, Chillin. Chillin beats McNamara, but not McCackney. There's a chip ball. Goodrich. Oh, no, Goodrich plays a soft one. Saved, and then saved by McCackney, or was it Goodrich? I didn't see. This is dangerous soccer for the Utes, and Goodrich finally gets the clear.
That is Carter Seitz, sophomore Carter Seitz with that unbelievable slide to stop that ball. Watch this on the replay.
Here on the L&L Motor replay, Carter Seitz recovers. Seitz from the kicking cartel here in the Uintah Basin saves what would have been a sure goal, and just a terrible misplayed ball by the Ute defenders in the box. The first is the save by Benyon, and then going the other way, Seitz saves on a sliding save, and the Warriors have to be lamenting the missed opportunity there.
Carter Seitz looks like he came in for Cairo Nurden on that right defensive position. And look at him talk. Look at him talk out there, talking to his players.
And the Utes are having a hard time clearing. They cannot clear, and they finally do, and that's Kitzmiller that clears it. Nurden looking for help. He's got Cushing on the outside. He goes to Bettis. Here's a run through for Bunderson. There's a ball through. Here comes Camachi, and he saves it on the slide. Excuse me, I'm saying his name wrong. It's Camacho, I believe. He quickly rolls it out to Richmond. Here comes the counterattack from the Warriors. It's up to Carrillo. Carrillo turns the ball, and it's a dangerous. Nino here, he gets pushed, he strikes, and misses far left. And he is upset with himself. He had an opportunity and missed to the far left.
That was a close call, Mark. That's one you don't want to have happen. I'm not sure what happened there, but Kitzmiller stuck up a little bit. McCackney had to come over. Looks like number 19 is a little bit faster than McCackney, Alex Nino, and just outran to make that shot.
Junior Flores checks in, I believe, for the first time this game. Bunderson tries to get it to the outside. Bettis has the ball. He's trying to hit it to Spencer back to Bettis. They win that ball there, but then controlled by Chillin. Chillin looking backwards to his defense. Going to switch the field from Torres. It's a nice through ball. Monson on the run. Monson with the right, and then blocked by Benyon. And Monson pounds the ground in frustration, and Stonewall Jackson does what he does and continues. You can see the coaches telling them to hit low. And here's a ball struck, and Kitzmiller causes the missed ball because he comes in and charges on that shot. Monson upset. And a lot of opportunities here coming rapid fire from the Warriors. There's a deep ball. No one to receive it. Gets all the way back to number 28. Number 29, excuse me. They get back into the middle. Ball to the corner. Oh, how that's not a foul. And yes, there's the whistle. Just patiently bringing his whistle up to his lips is the center referee.
The emotion is getting higher and higher, Mark. I don't know if you saw in the center of the field here before it kind of went down with that nice shot from Snow Canyon, but Jury Bettis and one of their players had a pretty good shove match, and so the referee was watching them and didn't even see that shot and what was going on this end. So it looks like the referee is well aware of the emotion and how it might get a little bit heated here.
Ball played up, can't get through. Junior Flores trying to hit it. Here comes the Nino, he loses the ball and McCackney just pounds somebody. They play a possession, and then it's cleared up. Ball played. Bunderson comes on the challenge. Can't get there in time. Richmond plays it back to the defense. Going to maintain possession. They do get the ball up to Chillin. Chillin outside. He's got a ball, and he hits the ball high.
You're seeing that it's not an overlap, it's a nice wall pass for Snow Canyon. We've got to have our mids. It was this time Alex McGlory who has got to stay with that midfielder as he's running down because he's going to get that ball back, it looks like.
Yeah, so they play the ball to Monson, and then Chillin plays it, he plays it right back to Chillin on that overlapping run. And here's a ball outside finally to Spencer. Spencer has Hamburg coming up that lane. He tries to hit to Hamburg, but well played by Overfelt. Going to play the Junior Flores back to Sights. Sights hits a ball and just gets the wrong spin on it. Up into the bleachers. Today's game brought to us by L&L Motor. Replay coverage is brought to you by L&L Motor. People you know, people who care. Flores comes in hard, but hits the ball just too hard. Earns the turnover, though. We get possession on the free throw.
Yeah, Adrian Torres just a little frustrated right there. Just boots it into the stands. Try and get another little rest here.
Goodrich, I don't know if he's tired or content to just play very far back, not put any pressure on the offsides. We've had very few offside penalties. Bunderson can't get the right touch on the ball. Well played, and Overfelt turns it back up. Goodrich comes all the way back from the sweeper. He's going to come up. He's out of position, but it's going to work. Now they have numbers.
Give it back to him. Give it back to him.
Look and here you got Spencer. Spencer in the box. Spencer with the cross. It's on the ground.
Where are we, Uintah?
And here's a shot by Goodrich. Oh, he misses just to the left. Goodrich all the way up from the sweeper position. On a one-time, pushes it far left. Boy, that's the shot in the arm. Look at the L&L Motor replay. He settles the ball, hits it on the volley, and just misses it left. And Camacho would not have been in a position to save that had it been on strike. Flores in the middle to Bunderson. Here comes the run. Can't get to it. I believe that was McGlory on the run.
Yeah, we're going to get a foul right here after the ball was gone. Kind of tripped up Bunderson a little bit, so looks like a free kick for Uintah about the 45-yard line.
Carrillo pleading his case, and right now it looks as though McCackney's going to try to strike that ball. No, the conversation is going to continue between he and Big Mac. And looks like it's going to be McNamara. Look for the set loft into the far corner. Here comes the runs. And here's the loft piece. Ball's up too deep. Well played by the keeper. waits for the defense to clear.
Those lofting kicks for a set piece. You've got to really get that ball in the air in order to give your offense a time to get down next to that goalie.
Here's a ball that does not get through McCackney. McCackney cannot save it, though. Tries to put it underneath the bleachers by a little time to recover. Ball goes back, thrown in by Richmond. Richmond gets a nice throw on it, but headed out by McCackney. Switch of the field to Bunderson. Bunderson has the runner from Spencer. Spencer's outside. He pushes it to Spencer. Spencer up to Hamburg. Spencer overlaps. Hamburg goes back to the middle. And there's a trip. No call. Unbelievable. No play on the ball. Just the feet. And here comes a counterattack for the Warriors. Ball up in the air. Played by Goodrich. Tried to settle with his heels. Too many Ute defenders. Oh, we got trouble. Oh, and well played by Benyon by maybe 2 fingers. McGlory, challenge, pushes to the middle. Here comes Big Mac. Big Mac has the ball. Looking for help. Just a challenge. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Ute ball.
That's why we have Stonewall Jackson in there. No fear, comes out, charging player, and takes possession.
Substitutions, Bettis, and Nurden comes back in for Seitz. Nurden's going to play on the right side of the defense. Bunderson's going to take a rest. 23 minutes left in the game. There may be some stoppage time at the end. We did have one injury, but we didn't play stoppage that I noticed in the first half. Of course, now that I say that out loud, Jared, I'm not sure if they do the stoppage all at the end or do they do it per half.
Per half.
So it is per half. So nothing's happened yet that would indicate stoppage play. Spencer on the outside edge. He's charged and played hard. Bettis goes over to win. Bettis getting just nailed from behind. Bettis wins. And here's another charge from behind. And that ball is bounced around. They're going to point corner. Wow, Jury Bettis did everything in his power to keep his feet and win that possession.
Yeah, that is a battle down there. And unfortunately, somebody's going to get hurt, Mark. I don't know what you do as a center referee, but boy, play the ball.
They're going to contentedly set this up. Spencer has enough leg to get it to McCackney, who's in the position on that deep cross. And we see Bunderson comes back in, so he had a short rest. He's going to take Hamburg out. But Bunderson in the air is so dangerous. Here's the set piece. It's up in the air. Bunderson tracks it. It gets through, but headed out by the Warriors. And play to Spencer. He's got Flores in the middle. And here's a shot high. And the attacks on both sides of the field are dangerous. It's just a matter of which one gets enough of a window to find the back of the net. So far, neither team has been able to crack. Ball played up, turned, no. McCackney's too strong. Too strong and too balanced. Flores in a battle. Flores falls down. Ball is pushed outside. It's tracked down by Monson. Monson crosses, and a fortunate fall down. And there's an injury, perhaps. We're going to see this on the L&L Motor replay. He just falls down as far as I can tell. I didn't see if there was contact that led to him going down from Cairo Nerd in the box. That's the dangerous kind that could. Oh, and this ball gets over. Spencer tripped. No call. And that's just a case where 2 people going up in the air for the ball, and they call a corner or a goal kick. Spencer a little upset. I think that I agree with that call. 2 people up in the air trying to go for it. Goodrich turns the ball. Goodrich tries to clear, doesn't get contact. Now we're in trouble because Goodrich is out of position. The Warriors have numbers. The Warriors pushing it outside. Monson's out. Monson has a one touch. Noah plays it back to his left foot. And here's the shot. Shot. Blocked. Well done by Flores.
Junior Flores coming in off the bench with some extra leg power and able to run down and help that defensive attack. Very well done by Junior Flores, helping out that team.
Today's game brought to us by the Advisor Group, financial planning, benefit packages, insurance, or retirement plans. We have a specialized team to help meet your needs. We are the firm of firms, the Advisor Group. Ball to be thrown in by Richmond. Richmond gets a deep throw, gets over. McCackney clears. Well done. It's going to be controlled by number 5, Torres. But no, Jury Bettis out-muscles and gets there. Ball played out of bounds. No call. Flores completely destroys number 8. And I think that's Toscano, or was it number 9? I didn't see. Bunderson puts the ball through, can't get it out. Pushed back by Torres. Oh, wow, this is trouble for the Utes. McCackney gets the turn on it, but McCackney needs to be no! And there's the score. The only mistake that the defense has really made, and Axel Nino out-muscles McCackney and beats the keeper on a 1-and-1. You'll see on the L&L Motor replay. This is a ball that needs to be cleared, and it's not. Just settle for a reset. And he beats Benyon on the one time to the corner. And McCackney feels terrible. A lot of contact. And Snow Canyon strikes first here in the 19th minute of the game. We know the Utes have mental fortitude. How many times have we seen that they allow a goal and strike quickly within the next minute or so? The Utes have to have their mentality stay up. That's a ball that should have been cleared. Unfortunately, wasn't. And now it's time to recover. McCackney takes a seat. I believe Seitz takes his place. There's a trip. Caden Nurden. Nurden's going to play it back. Flores. He hasn't called for his 10 yards, so play the ball to Flores. Flores up to Nurden. Nurden trying to get to the corner where Bettis was standing. Can't do that. Ball's up. It's going to be played by Goodrich. Goodrich back outside to Nurden. And then it's just played out of bounds.
It's going to be tough for Uintah now to get over that hump of the first goal scored, Mark. But I think they can do it. They've had many opportunities today.
Up to Bettis. Here comes the run from Bunderson. It's behind Bunderson, but that plays to actually an advantage. Plays it back to Flores. Flores has Bunderson. Bettis in the corner. It gets through to Bettis. Bettis tracks it down. Has a challenge. Knocked out of bounds. And that's going to be a nice throw, and it looks like Bunderson will come over to take that one. That's possession soccer. Bettis understood what he had and decides to play for possession. He throws it in. He cannot get it past. And a ball played back into the box. Played up by McNamara, then finally cleared for Snow Canyon. Ball high in the air, probably goes out. Goodrich gets over there. He's content to allow it to bounce out of bounds.
I think you're going to see Snow Canyon just packing that defensive 18 down there and just going to say, you know what, you're going to have to go through 10 of us in order to put a goal in the net.
Comanche pushes the ball high, played up, turned by Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller's going to win. No, it's well done. He's been a fighter, Axel Nino, all game. He's the one that earned the score in the box by just out-muscling the defense. Play it back. They're going to go with possession. Wade hits it out of bounds. 16 minutes left. They're going to play back to Goodrich. Here comes the charge from Monson. Monson and Goodrich. Goodrich up to Bunderson. Bunderson clears out to Bettis. Good recognition by Nurden, but he can't get there. He understood that ball was going over and made that run. He just couldn't get to it. Today's game brought to us by Strata Networks. Strata is the leading telecommunications provider in the Uintah Basin, providing advanced wireless, broadband, and video services. They're proud to partner with VTV to provide live coverage of high school sports. Snow Canyon gets the ball inside. A lot of contact. They're going to call a foul. I think it's the right call.
Yeah, jury coming in pretty strong right there.
Muniz cut bounce between two Ute players. Bettis slows the tempo down. Standing in front of that ball. Ball high. Can't get through. Oh, no. It does. It gets to Monson. Monson plays a ball. Stretched out sights. Blocks it. And I don't know why this
That's
is not a
gotta be a
foul.
foul.
There's a reach around by the hands. This ball gets through. It's to Carrillo. Carrillo on the baseline. Goodrich. And Goodrich is too centered to fall for any of the moves. He just waits for the mistake to happen. But they do earn a corner.
True defensive player there by Corbin Goodrich. I mean, he waits and is so patient before he tries to get that ball.
So Monson's going to come back in again. Is number 2, Caden Whitwer, the sophomore. He'll go to the deep side. This ball played by Munez, deep, cleared by Cushing. Throw in for the Warriors. 1-0 here, 14.5 minutes left, not including any stoppage time. Today's game brought to us by Ashley Regional. Ashley Regional Medical Center is the recent High Five Award winner from Life Point Hospitals. Ball played by McNamara, settled. Bunderson gets to it. Bunderson clears up, tries to get to Bettis. Bettis and Overfelt. Bettis knows where the ball is, can't get to it. Played well by the defense. Nice leading touch by Carrillo, but he knocks it out of bounds. Kits Miller over to take the throw in. He sees Flores, goes over, tries to get to Cushing. Cushing's got to take the step towards the ball. He's on his heels waiting, but the Warriors are not waiting. They're attacking, and here's going to be a foul. Flores comes in and swipes out the legs of number 20, Kevin Chillen. It's going to be Munez with the free kick, content to take his time. Mini wall by Cushing and McNamara. Ball up high, misheaded. Oh, and here's a, I thought it was going to be a score for sure. And there's a battle. It's number 2, Caden Whitwer. And I don't see who is he battling against, who's the Ute on the ground. And we're going to take a injury timeout with one of the Utes on the ground. We'll be back after this.
Do you know what medications you are taking? It's one of the first questions a medical professional will ask you at the doctor's office or in the emergency room. Knowing the names of your medications, the amount you take, and when you take them is as important as describing your pain. Ashley Regional Medical Center encourages you to take a moment and write down all your medications. We will even provide a small card for you to use. It's important for you to be informed and involved with your healthcare and your medications.
Do you have a lot on your mind? Things like life, home, or auto insurance? Investments? Rollovers? Financial planning? How about health insurance? Employee benefits or retirement? Take control of your health and financial future. Go see your hometown experts at the Advisor Group. Call 435-789-9151.
Welcome back to the Uintah High School, where the Utes hosting the Snow Canyon Warriors. And the Utes find themselves in a deficit here in this playoff game, down by 1 score, about 12 minutes left here in the game. The injured Ute was Cairo Nerton. He saved a goal, but I think in the process got knocked in the head and came up a little bit woozy, and he's out of the game. So that ball's played up. Challenge for the Warriors, trying to get through, and Goodrich again is just too centered. And here, Axel Nino, and if we see on the L&L Motor replay what happened, just a challenge by Goodrich, and here it is. And they wanted a penalty, but it's a ball that's played, and then Nino runs through to the foot. So he hits the foot, not the other way around. So ball's deep, headed down on the ground, cleared, not cleared, and then played, and it's controlled by Eli Wade. Wade back to Munez. Munez loses the ball to Flores. Flores doesn't hit it to anyone in particular. Flores up in the air and knocks down the Warrior that was challenging. That was number 2, Caden Whitwer. Cushing, and the Utes look flat.
Yeah, they need to get their emotions up and make some hard runs. Need somebody to make a a momentum turnaround kind of a play.
We're going to get a yellow card on Cushing. And Cushing clapping. And he's going to get a warning here. Lucky he didn't earn himself a red with a little bit of a taunting. And there's the shown yellow, so Cushing needs to take a break. And this is a ball. This is a dangerous play by Cushing. It's played. He hits Whitwer's foot with no apparent effort at the ball. Spencer in his stead. So from the about 50 yards out, ball up in the air, headed and out of bounds, and Carrillo looking for something. He's saying, oh, and he's saying that the Utes touched it, and that call is made. So corner kick. Another challenge, another opportunity for the Warriors, Jared, and the Utes have to find something. They're all flat. They're, as a team, not coming up on the offensive side like they do. They're playing flat on the defensive side. There's a chipped ball. It goes through. It's going to be to Spencer. Spencer controls, and wow, Eli Wade comes up.
Yeah, the captains here, this is a really important time for the captains of the team to kind of step up, have a little discussion at the times they can, make a momentum-changing play, and get that vigor and intensity back in the spirit of the Utes.
Benyon plays it on the ground. Good to go to McCackney. McCackney looks forward to see what he has. He has Nurden, but he just waits a half second too long. But Nino is doing what he's done all game. He's just challenging all those balls and making us waiting a half second too long. Ball almost gets through. It gets over, and there's a ball through, and it's going to be played back to the keeper, but he's out of the box. Wow, that could have been dangerous on so many levels for the Warriors. Flores tries to get the control, can't. Ball's up in the air. Flores plays position perfectly. McCackney wins. He goes outside to Flores. Flores up to Nurden. Nurden, it's behind Nurden. It's a turnover. Richmond turns it right back over. Played outside. Nurden has the ball. No challenge so far from the Warriors. He's content to move it up the field. No challenge still. Oh, when it gets to McNamara, it just goes through his leg. Flores could switch the field, does. Up and help Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller outside. Spencer pushes it into the inside to. Oh, and ball's going to be played back. Goodrich gets the clear and the turn, but it does hit it out of bounds. Eli Wade with the ball to throw in. He gets a good deep throw, and it gets past everybody. There's Goodrich. Goodrich was challenged. He's done it all game. Axel Nino.
Well, and Corbin has done it all game with just playing, always staying in front of that defensive player and doing a great job.
Today's game brought to us by Moon Lake Electric, owned by the people they serve. Moon Lake is a cooperative, not privately owned. So here comes the throw in from Goodrich. He gets a good long throw, played out of bounds by the Warriors. Bunderson having to track that ball. Time is a problem now with 6 minutes showing on the game clock. Down by 1. The strike needs to come soon. They get the ball in to McNamara. McNamara has Spencer, and the Utes again waiting for a ball and instead of taking a step to the ball. Oh, tennis ball from the tennis game playing over there. It comes on the field. If they could get it across the field, you've got Nurden. I know it's dangerous to pass to the middle, but there's a nice, ball played by Kitzmiller at Nurden's feet, but just at his heels, and it trickles out of bounds. Wade gonna throw. He's got a deep throw. Sets a strike up to Nino. Nino plays it up, a heel kick, but well played by Seitz. Wade comes up, Takes his time, patience from the Warriors. Right now, the Warriors' time is their friend.
And they aren't taking advantage of that. I mean, you can see that when they clear the ball, they're clearing it into the stands, taking on that time. Hopefully the referee is noticing that time and is trying to make it so that he's adding to their minutes.
McNamara puts a high ball up. Hamburg can't get to it, but it rolls the Utes' way. Nobody there for the challenge. Turned by 17. Stafford, he gets a good deep kick on it. Tracked down by Chillin, but can't get there on time. Corner kick. Boy, what a run for a ball that I would have gave up on the moment it was struck, you know. Hamburg can't get the head on it, trying to get that deep push on it. The Utes have got to push up. It's too easy. And here's Ewell sliding down, and he is in obvious pain. He's got a left leg that went out in the first half. And I think the coach has to see that he's in trouble there. I think Seitz is going to come back in. Got to get the energy up. 4.5 minutes. There's time to be tired later. You could regret this for the rest of your life. Here's a ball played in the middle. Nunez to the corner, and that's the one that seals it. Nunez with a beautiful ball struck by 19 Axel Nino. And Munoz settles and hits to the far left corner, and Benyon has no chance. And that's the one that seals the game, 2-0 with 3 minutes left.
You know, Snow Canyon is so meticulous about their attack. They've got 3 or 4 players there. They're able to make that nice pass. They're setting each other up with a very nice slow-rolling ball for that attack to be run on. You can't fault that great offense by Snow Canyon.
Ball headed out by Stafford up. Seitz clears. Goodrich trying to get a deep ball so we can have some kind of attack. Cleared by Overfelt. Monson with a deep ball. That'll go up to Benyon. This is a chance to maybe pull your keeper. Bring 11 on the attack. McNamara hits a ball up, put high in the air by Torres. Battle, Seitz wins. Nurden puts it up, Overfelt clears.
Yeah,
Coach is screaming for them to get on the ground. Nurden tracks it down, but Nino does what he's done all game, fights for the ball, cleared back to Benyon. Ball back up. 2 minutes on the game clock. Monson plays backwards. He's going to play possession. Overfelt has it, nearly lost to Bettis. Hamburg charges, out of bounds. Utes ball. Nurden runs over, gets a new ball. Bettis has the ball. Bettis looking forward. Attacked by Munez. And then out of bounds by Jenkins.
You know, you saw there for about the last minute or two where the ball's just in the air, back and forth, back and forth. Somebody's got to maintain that possession and get it on the ground. The coaches are right. You've got to have that ball on the ground in order to score.
Deep ball. Seitz on a run with the head. Ball bouncing around. Tried to clear. Settled. Shot. Out of bounds.
Schitzmiller coming up from a left defensive position and saying, I'll take that shot.
1 minute left showing on the clock. The clock will stop on the scoreboard at a minute. It's now referee's discretion how much time's left on the game. Ball rolls out of bounds. The Warriors again contentedly taking their sweet time. Ball deep thrown on the ground by Kitzmiller. No challenge from the Utes. Misplayed by Nurden on the outside. Munez. Munez up. He's got, it's dangerous, and it's 3-0. And the floodgates have opened. And the Utes are beat.
You know, Snow Canyon has so many Arsenal players there. I mean, you can see that absolutely amazing pass. Chillin, is that Chillin, number 19? Or Axel Nino. Axel Nino, just easily kicking it to one of the sides, and wow.
Utes playing flat, and in that case, it was Munez and Nino And right now, all the momentum and all the everything's just going their way. But Axel Nino, absolutely the player of the game. He has scored twice and assisted on the third goal. He was the difference maker. He caused the turnovers on the upper third, and then he took advantage when they came. And the Snow Canyon Warriors have earned a victory as the whistles blow, and they move on, and the Utes, in one of the most fantastic soccer seasons they've had in many years, go home defeated in this case, but they'll be back. This is a program on the rise.
Snow Canyon looking forward to the next game, obviously now being able to go and play at Payson or Bear River, depending on who, well, I guess if Payson won today, then they'll be playing at Payson. If Payson lost today, then they will be playing on their home turf down at Snow Canyon. So good luck to Snow Canyon on their future game, and tough loss for Uintah.
Indeed a tough loss, and a lot of the Utes feel bad about that. They shouldn't. They had a great season. One team has to go away winner, one goes away loser, and in this case, they ran into a solid side from the Snow Canyon Warriors. It was a fun season. We got an extra game that we don't normally see, Jared. So instead of our typical 4-game slate, 5, I want to thank the Utes, also the Cougars this season for letting us come to their fields and play. We might as well take a look at the highlights. Most of them are probably going to favor Snow Canyon winning 3-0. There's a turn-in shot by Cushing. Cushing again, and he just misses on the inside post, well covered by Camacho. And there's a miss by Carrillo. And then Cushing shoots again, blocked by Camacho. Ball played forward. One time by McCackney, he's going to go wide. And here is the save of the game. Well, one of many great saves. And you see another great save there
Jackson,
by Benyon.
Great save there.
And then in the second half, we start to see the defense for the Utes start to tire down. And here's the ball bouncing around in the middle, played. And that's the shot that almost started it. Wide right by Nino. Benyon continues to make it a 0-0 game. Shot by Goodrich, wide left. And here's the game winner by Nino. Axel Nino beats the defender on the inside and makes that game 1-0. And then, of course, he assists to Muñez and then receives another assist from Muñez when he scores the third and final goal of the game. That's the final here at Uintah High School, where the visiting Snow Canyon Warriors win 3-0. For VTV Channel 6 and Jared McCackney, I'm Mark Mason. Good night, everybody.
This broadcast is brought to you by L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Pilot Logistics, Moon Lake Electric, and the Advisor Group. VTV6, your life in HD.